Okay, let's run through a couple of basic moves. First one to start off, beginner lesson, forward spin. Quick forward spin because at the top here, never mind the bottom, at the top, we're spinning it forwards. So reverse spin if we go the other way. Reverse because it's coming over the top. Okay, it's forwards at the bottom, we're lowering about the top, so reverse spin. Forward spin, reverse spin. And from this angle, forward spin and reverse spin. So next we're going to do a stall. So we go from a spin to like that. Just let it come out at the side. And it allows you to change directions. Next thing I want you to do is just little chucks lie right against this part of your bicep just here. With most of the stick hanging down, it just wants to be right up by the chain or the string. So this is a top clutch, down the bottom. And tuck it just under your arm and catch it, tuck your arm down. That's bottom clutch. This is mostly used in fighting, but we use it in flow arts as well. Top and bottom clutch. And in flow arts, you're not going to actually clutch it, you're just going to bounce it. So let's practice some bouncing. So we will be using those. Next thing we're going to do is some body wraps. Start up at the top, just bounce side to side, remember, just up near the string. The part that has all the velocity and all the bit that can hurt you is that bottom end. You're not going to hurt yourself if you're just bouncing off the top here. So practice that one for a while. When you get good at that, we're going to start moving down the body. When the stick's over this side, we're going to stick our arm up in the air. We'll come under our arm. Still on the outside of this one, but under this one. Learn how to alternate that arm coming up and down like that. Now we're going to do this side. With your elbow up in the air like this, so you can tuck underneath. Your stick's now pointing this way. Most of it coming out the top / bottom of your hand. And practice alternating. And then you can start to alternate both. I want you to practice this, skip it down as a little bit of a routine. So we're going to start at the top. And the next part is to work down the body. We've managed to get under the arms, now we're going to go down the body. Arms up, work your way down. Coming on the outside of your legs, all the way down to your feet, and then back up to under your arms, put your arms down, and you're back at the top again. For an extra step, you can start to practice getting it on your neck. And back down the body again. over the arms and the neck. We're going to start over this side. We're going to stick our hand up like that. Say hello. How's everyone? And we're going to go round and we're going to catch it. We're going to do it both sides. So start from the outside, catch. From the outside, catch. Just practice that a few times. We're going to do the other side. When you get good at that, we're going to start running into that figure of 8 one that I just showed you. We now bring that round, bring it round, bring it round. Like that. Figure of 8s. So next we're going to do figure of 8s. Now we're going to hold our nunchucks normally, normal grip. Reverse grip would be for the top of the hand to have the bottom sticking out. Normal grip. And we're going to do a figure of 8. I'm just drawing a big pattern of 8 as we go round. 8 lying on its side. You get as exaggerated with this as you want to be. You can use your whole arm to get yourself started, but we want to eventually tighten this up so that we're just moving this part side to side slightly. You notice where I'm turning, it's down here at my core. Using my body's motion to keep it going more than I am my hand or my arm. Now get into a reverse grip. So the bottom of the chuck is coming out the top of the hand, and you're going to do the reverse version. You've got to put a little bit of wrist motion into this. Try and slow that down so you can see that my wrist is kind of leading the way for the rest. Now we're going to get on to something a little bit more fancy. We're going to do a wrist roll. So, still holding it in your normal grip. The bottom of the chuck is coming out the bottom of the hand. What we're going to do is we're going to just throw that over the back of our hand, just like that. And it should sit just in that crease of your hand, just there. What we're going to do is we're going to let go of that one, and then we're going to grab that one. So again, over your hand, we're going to go that one. We're going to grab this one. We've now got it in a reverse grip. Back to a normal grip. Reverse grip. So that's a good way to wrist roll your way into having the opposite grip, which allows you to transition between moves a lot easier. So there's obviously the reverse version, which I'm teaching you first, gets easier. Throw it over the back, catch that one. And it's the other way around, where you throw it over the forwards and catch that one. So just practice doing that. And you should be able to just stall it, bring it back, stall it, bring it back, stall it, bring it back, and carry on like that. And that's another exercise that you want to keep doing for a little while, to really get the hang of that. And this is one that I took quite a while to learn myself, to really get it perfect. And it's just a matter of spending some time just doing that. Maybe you're talking to your friends or something, you're doing something else this time around, but you're just carrying on to do that and getting used to that. Forward and reverse wrist rolls. Now if you struggle getting that one down to begin with, the reverse, a good practice is to point your chuck out like a gun, like that, so that when you throw it out, that sticks all the way out of the way and quite easily pops over. Please catch the other one. Like that, like that, like that. Like that, like a gun, throw it over. When you get good at it, you're not going to do the gun thing, you'll just be able to do it that way. There's also an infinite version of this, where you can keep it going indefinitely, provided you have the skill. And it looks like this. Where you do have to start kind of using that gun effect. It really helps to keep it under control. And then the reverse version of that, you go into a forward spin. And as you start to come up with this stick on this side, you're going to stick your thumb out. And you're going to point that out like a gun. And when it comes round, it's going to balance just on your thumb, like that. And so we're able to do this. Forward spin, thumb out, let it bounce, and then catch that other stick. So again, slowly, just twisting that screw in with your thumb. Twisting the screw in. Now I'm putting a few spins into this before going for one, which you should too when you're learning. But eventually you'll get to the point where you can just go, just do it a bit slower. Definitely. Right, so we're going to go do some figure eights in a reverse grip. Got to do some reverse grip. So the end of the chuck is coming out the top of your hand. We're going to draw that big figure of eight round like that. And as we're coming up on the opposite side, we're just going to let go. We're going to let the chucks fall to the ground. It's the first exercise. Figure of eight. Just like that. Do the same with the other hand. Right, that's going to come in useful a little bit later. Now, you'll recognise this as a staff move, where you have both hands up. Do your staff. Both hands up. Both hands up. When you do it on the chucks, it'll look something like that. So practice that one, get good at that. Now we'll come back to that figure of 8 that we just did. Go to the figure of 8, and when we do that, we're going to catch it. Then we'll go bring it back round. We'll go throw it and catch it. It's that same thing that we were just doing here, to some extent, but we're now doing it in a figure of 8. I'll do it a nice little throw and try and catch it and keep it going. Try and get as much air as you can to be nice and fancy. Then we also want to try and tighten that up into a much closer weave, like that. Notice the receiving hand is always coming above the giving hand. Both hands are pointing upwards at the time. Just like that first one, where we was there. Both hands palm up. Palm up to catch. Bring it round. Both palms are up. Catch. Like this. And don't try and do it too fast. Just try and get yourself fluid with it. One of the tricks to accuracy is to learn to go slow. And when you can do it accurately slow, you can start to speed things up.